Good morning, everyone. It's about 4:45 a.m. and I'm about to head to the race. Obviously, I can't bring my nice camera out there, so we'll see what kind of footage that I get. But today, I'm not prepared to run a half marathon, okay? I'm not even gonna lie, I really haven't run any miles since I ran my last marathon in May. So I'm not even gonna pretend like that this is a race for me. This is a good time and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm not gonna push myself, and I'm not gonna be hurt. So I'm just here for the good times. And so yeah, I'm heading out now and we'll see what kind of footage that I get. Hi everyone. Okay, so obviously I'm at home now and I'm coming to you from my closet because it's the quietest place in the house. I don't know, everyone seems to be going nuts today. So I wanted to finish off my video by giving some tips about going to SeaWheeze. This was my first time ever going to SeaWheeze and I really enjoyed it. But I think there are a few things that people should know if they want to get, if they actually get in the SeaWheeze and then they go. And you know, this was the first time of it because I really didn't know what to expect. I just saw a lot of my other running friends going and it was like a big deal, and I was like, hey, I want to try that. I've wrote down some tips, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through them with you. I really wanted to do this after I finished the race, but I was so super tired and I was lazy and I just didn't. So now I'm home, I'm gonna give you my tips. Okay, the first tip is know that this is a branding event for Lululemon. So if you're expecting something else, don't be shocked. You know, like, this is really all about Lululemon. So you're not going to get anything else except Lululemon stuff, and companies that are associated with Lululemon. It's not a bad thing. Hey, I'm just telling you that there's nothing more, nothing less than Lululemon, okay? And that's not a bad thing. I actually have been turned into a Lululemon enthusiast over the weekend because I saw the whole culture and got to see the clothes, and you know, I saw everybody was sporting their Lululemon stuff and I was like, oh, that's really cute. You know, I have a couple of Lululemon things, but I don't have a lot because I don't live close to a Lululemon store and I actually like to try my clothes on. So I've been turned, I will say that. And the people were very helpful, and after the race helping me like find clothes, the kind of clothes that I'd like to wear. And they were very helpful. They reached out to me on Twitter, and then I went to a store and it was really cool. So I've been turned. The second thing is that this is a yoga run party. So you should really do the yoga. I'm not really into yoga, and you know, that's not really my thing because yoga is a little bit too slow for me. You know, and I know that's stupid for me to say, but you know, I'm just not really into that. But every once in a while, it's nice to just like recenter yourself and have a nice little stretch. And really, half of SeaWheeze is the yoga. And they had all of this amazing yoga stuff to do. And it was outside and it was overlooking the water. And it was oh so nice. And I just think that if you're going to go, take advantage of everything that the race... It's weird for me to even call it a race because... just take advantage of everything that the weekend has to offer. And there's a lot of yoga. So pull your mat out and go and have a good time. Now, I didn't bring my yoga mat because I restricted myself to one bag. But hopefully I'll get it next year and I will bring a yoga mat. And I didn't want to buy one because there was no way I was going to be able to get it home. So that's a big thing. So do the yoga. and like just try it. You know, they have all these amazing yoga instructors, and it's like a really big deal, and it's really cool watching everybody do their flows together. So like, do the yoga. Tip number 3, be prepared to stand in line for everything. So they give you this little bracelet, like they send this bracelet out like 3 months before the event, and you wear this thing and you tap in everywhere. You probably saw it earlier in my video about how I was tapping in everywhere. So yeah, just be prepared to stand in line for everything. And they sent out, when you registered your bracelet and all that, then they sent out another reminder saying that you could sign up for stuff come August 2nd. So on August 2nd, everything opened up. So you got to pick your time to go to the store, pick your time to go pick up the packet. They had hair braiding, they had nail painting, they had the boob truth experience, and they had like other things to do, but you had to pick your time. You know, they had like global running ambassador panels and like vision board sessions and creative writing sessions and all that stuff. So you have to pick your time. But no matter what time you picked, the only time that I didn't stand in line waiting for something was to pick up my packet, because you know, everybody else was in line to get the other stuff. If you wanted to get like a free water, then you had to stand in line for that. And people were complaining and bitching about this so much that I thought that it was ridiculous. But it's not really that big a deal. Yes, I stood in line for an hour for the store, but that's not really a big deal at all. I felt like with the amount of people that were there, it was like 10,000 people there for the weekend. Everybody was there for the same reason. So just stand in line, hush your mouth, and just be prepared to stand in line. Tip number 4, stay downtown. If you can afford to stay downtown. Not everyone can afford to stay downtown. I went on this trip knowing that I was going to be by myself, and paying $250 to $350 a night Canadian was not something that I could afford. So I stayed further out, but with staying further out, I relied heavily on public transportation, which doesn't move on my schedule. So there were times that, you know, like the weekend was a lot of yoga, and like I just said, they had all these other panels. Well, unless I stayed put down there all day, then, you know, I was gonna miss stuff. So staying downtown was probably really essential for this part, or for this whole thing. I probably didn't need to stay downtown the entire time. Like, I could have stayed down there Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday stayed somewhere else or whatever. But it's just more convenient. Like, it wasn't a problem for me because I liked staying out, and doing the public transportation thing didn't bother me at all. It's just, you know, the time that I spent traveling, I could have been doing other SeaWheeze type stuff, because apparently I missed something on the Thursday. Like, all these people were wearing these shirts, and they sold them on Thursday, and I so totally could have gone down there, but I didn't. Okay, so stay downtown if you can afford it. Tip number 6, bring your money, because you're gonna want to buy the stuff in the store. And like I said, you stand in line for all that time. My store time was really late. It was like 10 o'clock, and the store opened up to the public at 11. So by the time I got into the store, there wasn't that much stuff in the store that like was really impressing me that I had to have. Like, so I really only bought this shirt. So I really wanted to buy a jacket, but I didn't see any jackets that were left. So if you go register for an early time, even if, you know, just be like one of the first people in the store, and then you can have your pick of everything in the store. And, you know, everything was so bright colored and pretty and everything. So like, that seemed to be something that was really important. I probably would have bought more than just the shirt if I would have gone early. But, you know, this stuff is expensive. Like I said before, I was like, oh my gosh, so these people were picking up all this stuff because they had the money to buy it. I didn't have the money to, you know, spend $250 on a jacket and $70 on a pair of shorts or leggings or whatever. So like, you know, I just didn't have that money, just being truthful. But I would have bought more than just the shirt. And every day they seem to open up like a different store. And so Saturday after the race at the Sunset Festival, they had another store, but I wasn't really interested in any of those tops that they had there. I don't know, they just didn't, I don't know, just wasn't my style. Okay, so bring your money, and everything in Canada is a little bit more expensive anyway, so just kind of be prepared for that. And my sixth tip is to really enjoy this race. Like, this race experience was like one I've never had before. There wasn't like the urgency and the rush behind it. Everybody was there to have a good time. And usually, you know, like when I started, I was really nervous because I hadn't run more than 4 miles since I finished my marathon, and that was like at the beginning of May. So I've been really not running that much, and so I was really nervous that A, it was going to take me a long time, and B, everybody else was going to be like super fast and I was going to be like one of the last people out there. But I wasn't. It was just like, it was so chill. There wasn't that urgency. There weren't like people, yes, people trained for a time or whatever. There were 10,000 people running the race, and I was never ever alone one time. Like, it was just amazing to see how chill it was, and like there wasn't a competitive factor. People were stopping and talking to each other, and it was just a really fun, chill vibe. And so like, you didn't worry about anything. It was just about the experience and having fun. And I really love that aspect of this race. And obviously there were a lot of people walking, because, you know, some people just came for the yoga, but then they wanted to do the whole weekend and all that. So I thought that was really cool. It was all about the experience and seeing the sights and doing everything. And we basically ran all over Vancouver. It was so cool. And I really enjoyed it. The weather was perfect. It was like 68 degrees, and it was just great. They had tons of stops along the way, and I actually had some video footage every once in a while on the run, but I don't know what happened. My camera like ate it and vomited it and whatever. It kind of made me sad, so I don't really have that much to show you from the race, but it was amazing, and I think everyone should do it. Okay. So, I don't know if I showed you this. When you registered for the race, they sent you a pair of Hottie Hot shorts. These are the 4-inch shorts, I guess, or whatever. Everybody got a pair of shorts when they registered. So, I don't know, these shorts, I don't know. It says that these shorts cost $65. So, instead of getting your race tee, you get a pair of $65 shorts. Alright, and like I said, when I finished the race, everybody got a medal. The medals are always a real big deal at SeaWheeze. You don't ever know what they are until you finish. They don't show you. And it's a spinner. I don't know if I can get it to spin on camera. You know, I'm not really that. Oh, look, that one was good. And on the edges, it says SeaWheeze. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, well, you probably can't see that. It says SeaWheeze Half Marathon 2019 Finisher, and I thought that was really cool. Everything at SeaWheeze is really bright colored. And yeah, and for my big surprise, I didn't even know anything about this, but everyone was talking about it when we were getting closer to the finish line. I guess everybody got this cool Lululemon hat. So not only do you get a medal, you got the medal, you got the hat, and then you got the pair of shorts. So like, it was super cool to run SeaWheeze this year, and I feel like for the value of it, you got a lot of different things, and I didn't hate it. And it is a lottery system, so it's not like first come first serve. So everyone, I'm just recording my video here, and I see that I forgot to say something about the Sunset Festival. So that would be my next tip, would be to go to the Sunset Festival and enjoy it. I went early and did a little bit of the yoga and stood in line for the store and just had a whole thing. But I went super early, and I'm a super grandma that I didn't get to stay and watch Cascade. They had a whole like concert thing when it came tonight, and I just totally missed it. My biggest tip about the Sunset Festival is don't eat the poutine. It wasn't that good. You can get better poutine somewhere else. But other than that, I had a really good time, and it's part of the experience. So do the yoga, run the race, go to the Sunset Festival, and have a good time and celebrate with all your friends. So I will insert some of my stuff from the Sunset Festival right here. I think everyone should try and get into this race. It was a really, really good experience, and I was very nervous before I got there, but then I ended up loving it. So SeaWheeze is where it's at. I hope that these tips were helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. I know it's a little bit on the long side, but I wanted to make it count. So thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up button. Comment down below if you've ever run SeaWheeze, or if you want to run SeaWheeze and what you think that you would like about it, or, you know, tell me about your Lululemon experience. And did I already say hit the subscribe button? Yeah, don't forget to do that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.